So in this video, I want to spend a few minutes talking about the Zebra G450 gel pen. This is a new for 2021 gel pen from Zebra, and it's one of the highly awaited models that the company released over the past couple weeks. The other model that I talked about a few weeks ago was the Zebra G750. So basically the G750 is part of the 7 series, which is the top end of the steel series, and that means it's a large all-metal pen. The G450 is part of that 400 range, which means it's a mid-size pen, and it's not all metal. We saw this with the G402, which was sort of the predecessor to this, but not really, because that pen still exists and still going to be sold. So the G450 is smaller than the G750, and it uses a rubber grip. So even though it's part of the steel series, the pen is not entirely metal. And it's interesting that this is part of the steel series because both the G750 and the G450 have moved over to brass barrels. They are all black and black coated, but the barrel itself is brass, which gives it a nice weight and a nice feel to it. It's all black. It has that really, I would say this is a really good looking pen, similar to the G750. I think they're both really good looking, and the reception to the two has seemed really positive. I don't think anyone looks at these and says this is an ugly pen or really like Zebra really missed the mark here. I definitely don't think that's the case. So we'll get into some details. A lot of this is very similar to the G750. Some things are different, and I'll do a comparison video in the next couple of days. So first of all, the number one defining feature of the G450 is this grip right here. It's a rubberized grip, kind of a sneaker grip. It's all black. It looks quite nice. It offers a lot of texture. It's comfortable to hold. It blends in, so clearly it's not metal, but it doesn't really pop out and look, it doesn't in any way, I would say, cheapen the look of the pen, which is quite nice. We have that barrel now, instead of being somewhat triangular as it was with the 750, it's cylindrical, but it has a flattened area right here. And it says G450, the model, and then medium, gel, just like on the 750. Same clip as the 750, which is a really sturdy steel clip. Looks quite nice. You see Zebra is embossed there. Looks great. Kind of that all black. They didn't even print it on there, right? They just sort of stamped it on there. At the top, we have a nice button, all metal, feels really nice. And again, the Zebra logo in the red there, it's a little hard to make out because it's it's kind of shiny and there's some texture to it. It's it's concave, I guess. Sorry, convex. And this is like a rubber piece. Doesn't feel very sturdy. Who knows how long this is going to last up there, but it gives it a little pop of color. So yeah, there's a little bit of knurling here, just like with the 750, but this piece doesn't seem to come out. Maybe if you've got some pliers on there, you can get it out, but I haven't been able to loosen it with my hands. The pen uses a shorter barrel than the 750, and that makes for a lighter pen and also a shorter pen. The grip section here is about the same length as the 750. You do see a less ornate nose cone than the 750. You could see this one here has these vertical lines and this almost straight edge. Here you just see it's just a straight cone with one line around it, and then this quick angle here. Looks quite nice. Overall, I would say it's a really good looking pen, really cleanly designed, and doesn't at all feel dated, which is, I would say, the main problem with the G402 and then some of the other pens in the steel series. They needed a refresh, and Zebra was pretty late in bringing it, but it's good that it's finally here. Opening the pen up, we could see there is a plastic threading here. So the pen, while it's very strong and all metal, all metal aside from this grip, the rest of it is metal. It is held together with a piece of plastic in the middle, which is one of the big criticisms of the G750, and that's been carried forward here with the 450. So again, just if you put a lot of pressure on this, the plastic could crack the way the metal in the previous steel series, like the F701 was all metal, and the pen was super sturdy. It would have been nice to see some metal here, but that's not the case. The refill is that same JK gel refill that Zebra has been using in all their gel pens. This is basically unchanged. It's a good refill, not great. It's low capacity. You can see how small it is, which is a proprietary size. It would have been great to see a Parker style refill in here, which has more capacity and more interoperability with other brands, but the JK is pretty fine, and it's like completely adequate. I like writing with them. It's not extraordinary, and I would like to have some more options, but I can't really complain. Pen goes together quite well. That's one of the benefits of using those plastic threads. They never cross thread. They go in and out really quickly, really smoothly. So the changing operation is really nice, but not that you do it that often. The pen does use that sort of ring here. So this ring comes off. Not that you ever need to come off, but it is something you might lose. So you have to be careful with that. This is a smaller pen, not tiny, but it's definitely a smaller pen. Here's it next to the G-750, which is about a ½ inch longer. Here's it next to one of the old pencils. It's an M701. And let's see what else we have. Here's a Glide Right pen from Pentel. Absolutely dwarfs the G450. And then like a Jetstream. Again, all these pens are a good deal larger than the G450. And then like here's a Paca pen, which is a fully portable pen. And this is a good deal smaller, but you could see that the G450 is definitely on the small side. As far as writing goes, there's really not much to say because this is the same gel refill that Zebra has used in previous pens. They used it in the older models in the G line. They used it in the 750, and now they use it in the G450. Smooth. It's sold in a 0.5 and a 0.7 millimeter. They have it in black and blue, both of which write nicely. And not too wet, but definitely not dry, on the smooth side. And my biggest complaint with it is that it just wears out quickly. You know, gel refills tend to wear out quickly, and this one it compounds the issue, which it's quite small. That said, you can buy more really easily, and they're easy to find. And you could buy, I usually buy like multiple 2-packs when I'm getting them. That way I always have them handy. It's a good refill for like getting into pens that you can't figure out what refill it uses. If it's on the small side, these JK refills are very handy for that. Before we wrap up, we'll look at the packaging. Not too much to say. This is just a standard retail packaging. Here's that logo from the button. G450, black ink, 0.7 millimeter, medium point. It's a gel retractable pen. Again, so they're calling out the brass barrel, even though the pen is ostensibly part of the Steel series. Rubber grip, that JK refill. They call it a JKL refill. I'm not really sure what the L is, but if you're buying these online, you're just looking for a JK refill. And not too much else. You could find these pens direct from Zebra now. I think they're starting to hit Amazon.com and some other places, but they're not readily available yet. This pen would sell for about $8.50 in the U.S., where the 750 I think is about $12, maybe $12.50, but it's something like that. The 750 is definitely, considerably more from a percentage standpoint, but in absolute difference, it's only about $3 or $4 more. So at the end of the day, I like the 450 a lot. It's a smaller pen, feels more portable to me. It's something you want to throw in your pocket, where the 750 is on the large side to throw in your pocket. This is more of the size of like a Rapid Pro from Rotring, where this pen is, smaller and lighter, a little bit more like a Rotring 600 if you want to follow through on that Rotring comparison. But again, it's in keeping with the 4 Series pens if you had them before, which I've always thought to be a nice pen. I just felt like the design was dated, and I never liked the smooth rubber grip. It never felt very comfortable to me. So I like now that they move over to the textured sneaker grip, which is quite cool. And then a little bonus, which I was going to get into the comparison, but if you really like the smaller body of the 450 and you like the grip of the 750, you can actually combine them, and now you have a 750 grip on a 450, making for a shorter pen and a heavier pen, definitely front weighted, which is nice, and a pretty cool combination. But in summary, I mean, while it is a cool combination, I tend to prefer them how Zebra made them. Anyway, that's a deep dive into the Zebra G450 gel pen. Check back for a comparison between the 450 and the 750, and then some looks at the older models compared to these. Thanks for watching.